P&D Sports, an exclusive video broadcast.
As the calendar turns to mid-July, the summer keeps rolling on. And from Bill Edwards Stadium, the Oklahoma City Spark take on the New York Rise on the All-Women's Sports Network. And a pleasant good evening, everybody. Alongside Nicole Mendez, I'm John Perez. It's game 2 of 3 in the series, Nicole, and it was a tough one last night for New York, falling 10-0 to OKC. The Bats came to play. They fielded their position well. Maddie Penta was exceptional. But there were some positives for the New York Rise, and even though it was a 10-0 game, it was a close game up until that 6th inning.
Yeah, that 6th inning is where things really started to take action for the Spark, and for Rise, that is where they kind of have had that roadblock over the past few series, over the past few games. But the power, you had it from Alo. She had a grand slam. Haley Lee had one. But Alyssa Brito, 2-run home run. I mean, absolutely smashed it. That is where Rise really struggled to keep that ball inside the park and minimize run damage.
Yeah, you mentioned Brito. The shortstop was fantastic. A solo home run and a 3-run home run. She's our marquee player to watch today, and she does so many things well. She'll be the cleanup hitter today.
Yeah, Brito, I mean, offensively, she has been so consistent. I mentioned at the beginning of that game, she is an athlete that has been under the radar, just consistently being on base, making chaos, maybe not always the home runs, although she had 2 yesterday. So it'll be interesting to see what she does today.
Rest of the lineup for Amber Flores. The Coleman is the center fielder. Jocelyn Allo is the DP. Kinsey Hansen is the catcher with Brito in the cleanup spot. Sydney Sherrill at third base. Haley Lee's at first base. Riley Boone out in left field. Alina Torres in right. And Rachel Becker is the second baseman. On the other side for the Rise, Riley Blampede had her 23-game on-base streak snapped a couple of games ago. But if there's anyone that has to get this offense going, it's Blampede.
Blampede, I mean, what a turnaround. Last year to this year, she has been on such a tear, consistent. You can see her moved up to the 2 spot with a new leadoff. But the biggest thing for her is being able to be on base. That is where I feel like Rise, they weren't able to generate that momentum. They only had 2 base runners all night long. Getting somebody on base, getting that momentum in their corner, in their favor, that's going to be a big win for them early on in these innings.
And Nicole, some adjustments to the starting lineup and pretty much a brand new starting 9 for Michaela Transu. Lauren Lucas will lead it off with Blampede at third base, batting second. Courtney Day. Carly Spade gets a start in left field. McKenna Smith at first base. She's normally the everyday catcher. Megan Hauk makes her Rise debut at shortstop with Jenna Laird on the shelf with a back injury. Sophia Nugent is the catcher. Sammy Williams at second base. And Ashley Trierweiler is out in center field as we take a look at the tail of the tape between these two teams. And OKC hitting .403 so far. It's not just the batting average, it's the on-base percentage. They have the most quality at-bats amongst the fast-pitch United bunch.
I mean, the consistency, we saw it yesterday. The 2-strike battles, time and time again. They were down in the count. They were able to battle back, either get a hit or get on base, draw up a free base. There was a lot of free walks from the Rise, and Spark, they completely took advantage.
Meanwhile, for New York, trying to knock down that staff ERA, they're going to send Lauren Krings to the mound as Krings makes her first start since July 6th against Atlanta, where she went 4 1/3, gave up 5 runs on 9 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, picked up the loss, almost 600 career strikeouts at Mizzou. Someone who changes eye level and trying to put it together here against OKC.
Yeah, Krings, you're going to see her predominantly go arm side. It's very, very good screwball. A lot of movements, curve, kind of east to west action. Has an off speed that she'll go to, but you'll see her go tight in on the hands of these righties and placing the ball in that corner. If she's able to spot it up, she's going to be in a good spot.
Krings 1-5 on the year, a 7.90 ERA. She's given up 40 runs in 31 innings pitched, and the walks have been an issue so far for Krings. And this is a pitching staff that's a little understaffed. No Kat Sandercock this week. She'll be back for the Orlando series next week. Jalen Ford went 5 1/3 last night, and then Courtney Weish had the other 2. So you're really looking at Krings, Weish, and Shanice Dels, who's available for the Rise tonight.
Yeah, and I think if you go from Krings to Delsh, maybe that would be a really good play, good look. Or maybe you save her for save her for the finale for tomorrow. But either way, the walks, the free passes, if you are the Rise, that is going to be your big goal. Minimize that, attack these hitters, make them put them in play.
Jada Coleman will start it off for the OKC Spark, and she takes a strike at the knees, and we're underway.
First pitch.
Coleman, 3 hits in her last 2 games. She went 2 for 4 with an RBI single last night, hitting .409 on the season, 1 home runs, and 6 RBIs. Corners pinching in against Coleman, and this is a very speedy lineup, and Coleman at the top of the order. And the count even at 1-1.
Yeah, a little hot, huh?
OKC continuing their dominance against New York. Remember, they swept them in the opening series of the year at home. 3 games ended in walk-off victories. The Spark outscored New York 30-11. You factor in the 10-0 loss last night, and it's really been one-sided. And after the game last night, Nicole, it was a players-only meeting. And even though the players did not air what was discussed, sometimes you need to have a clearing of the air and try and right the ship before the playoffs start. 1-2, off the plate, 2-2.
Yeah, just sometimes as a team, whenever you suffer a loss like that, you need to just get together and regroup and say, all right, obviously that wasn't what we wanted, how we wanted to do it. What are our adjustments? How can we move forward and play our game, play our ball?
2-2 pitch, lifted in the air, out to center field. First opportunity for Ashley Trueweiler as she makes the catch for the first out of the evening. Different defensive alignment tonight as Trueweiler's out in center field. And we take a look at the rest of the defense for the Rise, left to right in the outfield. You've got Carly Spade and Lauren Lucas flanking Trueweiler. McKenna Smith at first, Sammy Williams at second. Help the shortstop, Riley Blampede at third base, Sophia Nugent behind the plate, and Krings in the circle. Here's Jocelyn Allo, and she serves it into the gap, left center field, going up, and it's out of here. A screamer for Jocelyn Allo. The home run queen is gone deep again, 4 home runs over her last 3 games, and the Spark go in front 1-0.
Jocelyn Allo, her very first pitch, she's looking to attack. She is a type of hitter that has that mindset. It's always yes until it's no. And you can see by the way that she's going after this one, she has gotten all of it. I mean, this was a line drive that just went out of the park. Talked about Krings just being able to get this ball tight in on the corners. That one left over. Whenever you have a lineup like Sparks, you have to keep those balls on the corner. You do not want to let anything drift over. That's where Spark fell into trouble with that home run territory last night.
She's now hitting .588 on the season, 6 home runs, 23 RBIs. Not bad production out of your number 2 hitter.
I mean, she is the home run leader in all of NCAA for a reason.
Well, here's Kinsey Hansen. She's got some pop. 4 extra base hits this year, including 3 home runs. Comes into tonight's game, hitting .484. Behind in the count, 0-2. Kinsey a triple and a walk, finished 1 for 3 last night. Krings with the 0-2. And fouled off.
Krings, she's going to be working that left and right, east and west. Now, as a hitter, it's a little bit easier whenever the ball stays on the same plane to make that adjustment, even if you're not 100% on time. For her, being able to locate those pitches, maybe a ball a little bit higher, a ball a little bit lower, to give the illusion of I'm working at a different level, missing those barrels just a little bit.
Rise team that's trying to miss barrels, like you said, but balls that have been put in play, teams are hitting over 300, and that shot into the gap, and Kinsey Hansen. Couple of drops to the wall and scoots into second with a stand-up double.
Kinsey Hansen gets a hold of this one. And this is what we talked about. This is why the Spark is so good. Behind in the count, being able to see that ball on that outer half, stay on it, drive through it deep into that right center gap. Izzy Hansen actually had a triple yesterday. She's a little deceiving. You think catcher, she's tall, almost 6 foot, and you think, oh, she's going to have the power, but you're not expecting the speed. She definitely has the speed, and she's aggressive. She will take those extra bases.
And you wonder for a player like Hansen if she grew up as either an outfielder or a middle infielder, has those athletic attributes, but was just stuck behind the plate.
Yeah, I think really it was her senior year that you started to see her become a lot more comfortable on the bases and start to be that base runner who's smart and willing to take those risks and knows the balance in between. I think base running is such an underrated trait that if you can learn that skill, it makes you so deadly. Because once you get the hit, you are where you are. You're waiting on somebody else. But if you know how to base run, that puts pressure.
High pop-up off the bat of Alyssa Brito. Sammy Williams hauls it in for the second out.
It was a much-needed out to a very lethal hitter. Brito was our player to watch for Spark. Whenever she came up yesterday, very dangerous. So to be able to get her out, not only get the second out of the inning, but get her out with minimal pitches, that's big.
Brito, the second of 3 home runs served up by Jalen Ford. Sydney Sherrill takes a strike on the outer half. Sherrill last night 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Finished her career as one of the most decorated Seminole players in Florida State history, 2018 national champ. Almost half a decade now professionally. And Krings continuing to pound the zone. The count 0-2.
I love that pitch right on the corner. Just barely scrapes by that outer half of the plate.
Pitch number 17 from Krings, outside. On the count 1-2. For Krings, when she was at Mizzou, could just power it past players. The adjustment has been her location as the line drive is caught by Megan Houck, and the side is retired. Houck thrown into the starting lineup today and flashes the leather, but OKC strikes first on the solo home run by Jocelyn Allo. Let's take another look.
I mean, this one, absolutely a shot, but the diving play, I love how she's able to get full extension. That is what the New York Spark, or New York Rise really needs.
Let's go to the bottom of the first.
AZ Gloveman is Casa Grande, Arizona's quality leather sporting goods provider. Softball, baseball, batting gloves, and more. AZ Gloveman caters to men's and women's slow-pitch softball markets throughout the United States. Build your dream glove today at azgloveman.com. With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Camwood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out camwoodbats.com today. Conveniently located in Rockville Center, Frank's Steaks is a refined but casual, authentic New York steakhouse on Long Island. Since it opened 40 years ago, Frank's Steaks has been committed to serving high-quality prime cuts of beef in a timeless New York atmosphere with a friendly, attentive waitstaff. It's this obsessive dedication to our craft that has led Frank's Steaks to becoming the local destination for special dinners and celebrations.
Amber Pfizer takes the circle, the former Minnesota Gopher, with a 1-0 lead as Pfizer pitched in all 3 games against the Florida Vibe and went 2 1/3 in her last outing against Florida. 2-0 on the year, a 2.74 ERA, and she's got a complete arsenal in that right arm.
Absolutely. We're going to see a lot of similarities between Pfizer and Krings. They stick to the arm side. Pfizer has a little bit more up to her pitches. You'll see screwball and rise ball. She'll throw it in the mid-60s, lower 60s. But she is a pitcher, and this is the same throughout this entire Spark staff. They like to pound the zone. They like to go after hitters early.
Lauren Lucas leads it off for the New York Rise and takes outside for ball one.
And you mentioned it earlier at the beginning of this game, but this lineup, very different. We've seen a lot of changes, seen a lot of adjustments from the Rise all season long, right? So being able to, on the fly, is that one fouled out of play? Being able to, on the fly as an athlete, go, all right, I'm hitting 7 today. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to be in the leadoff spot. Being able to adjust and know in this position, in this spot in the lineup, what is my role? What am I supposed to be? Because that is huge. As a leadoff, you're supposed to see a lot of pitches. Let your team see what's coming.
First time this season that Lucas has led off a game. It's usually Jenna Laird. Alex Brown had a handful of games where she was the leadoff hitter. But now Lucas, who was batting second yesterday, moves up a spot with Laird on the shelf, dealing with the nagging back injury. And for Lucas, former Wichita State Shocker, hitting .299 on the season, ahead in the count 3-1. Lucas 0 for 3 last night, a couple of strikeouts, and scalds it up the middle for a base hit. And Lucas playing a role as a leadoff hitter as she reaches. And defensively, let's meet the OKC Spark in the outfield. We were talking about Riley Boone. Remember, she came out of the game yesterday dealing with that ankle injury. She gets the start in left. Jada Coleman and Alina Torres out in right field. Haley Lee at first base. Rachel Becker at second. Brito at short. Sydney Sherrill at third base. Kinsey Hansen behind the plate and Pfizer in the circle. And here's Riley Blampede. And just a bit outside for ball one.
Way out of the zone, but nice job by Kinsey Hansen. It does help that she's almost 6 foot, right? She was able to hold on to that one, but it's the little things that end up making the biggest difference. And you can see Hansen coming out, talking to Pfizer, saying, hey, I think there was some miscommunication there. I got a little crossed up. Where is it that you want to be? Here's this zone that I'm seeing. Let's go from there. But Hansen being able to save 60 feet, that is huge, especially because Spark knows Rise, they are on the hunt. After yesterday's game, they want to be able to get those runs across. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to be attacking. Let's get them out. Let's not give them any extra bases.
Yeah, Maddie Penta was exceptional. Seemed like she was ahead in the count all night. And Amber Pfizer trying to do her best Maddie Penta impression, and she blows a fastball by Blampede in the count 1-1. Penta last night took a no-hitter into the 5th inning. Just gave up the lone hit to Jenna Laird, a walk and 4 strikeouts. Picking up her 3rd victory of the year. 1-1. Blampede pops it up. Out to right field, Alina Torres angling in, makes the catch on the run for the first out.
That was a tendency that we saw from the Rise yesterday. Just high, just miss on that one. Tight in on the hands of Blampede. That's that Rise ball, screwball kind of mixed pitch that we're going to see from Pfizer. You're going to see her go there a lot to righties, try to get them to jam and do exactly what Blampede just did.
Courtney Day attacks the first pitch, lines it to left. Nice play by Riley Boone for the second out. Riley Boone just with a shoestring catch to rob Courtney Day of an extra base hit.
Riley Boone, I mean, we weren't sure if we were going to see her tonight, but to be able to come in and look, I mean, you have to be an athlete to be able to react that quickly. Oftentimes, you see the infield having to react that quickly. In the outfield, that was an absolute shot. She maybe got a couple steps in before that ball hit her.
Carly Spade takes inside. Well, for the New York audience that had a chance to watch the Subway Series a couple of weekends ago, a very similar catch. Cody Bellinger of the New York Yankees doubling up on a Juan Soto line drive, doubling up Francisco Lindor at first. Riley Boone didn't get the double play, but a nice out. And if that gets past Boone with the speed of Lucas, you're looking at her at a minimum at third base. Carly Spade digs in, hitting .273 on the year. And count 1-2.
I saw speed there by Pfizer. You could tell Spade was not ready, not on time for that pitch. And this is another hitter in this Rise lineup that is deadly. You have Jocelyn Allo with the Spark, had the most home runs in NCAA history. Carly Spade, she's up there.
Spade, and bloops it foul into the dugout on the count 1-2. Not a lot of room in foul territory. Haley Lee navigating that towards the dugout.
I think she wished she had another 10 feet or so. She was going full speed right into that net.
I think some of the Rise pitchers wish that the fence was back an extra 10 feet in the outfield, too, for Jocelyn Allo. The 2 home runs that she hit, the grand slam last night and the home run back in the first inning, couldn't have gone higher than maybe 10 feet. They were just rising on the way out.
Just hard, well-struck balls. Her exit velo, the way that she's able to keep her hands back, keep that barrel back until the very last minute, that is just what she does best. And Spade, she is one of those hitters as well. If you watch her hands, her activation, she keeps that barrel back pretty quick. Even on pitches like that one. It's a hard pitch. It's up and in. They're going to see if she went. She didn't. Because she has so much barrel control with her wrist, with her barrel, she's able to hold and have a really active take. Watch her hips on this one. She was thinking yes, yes, yes until she didn't.
2-2 coming. 3-2. McKenna Smith would be next. It's Carly Spade trying to keep the line moving. Payoff pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. Good battle by Spade. Keep the inning going, and that'll bring up McKenna Smith with a couple of ducks on the pond.
First base, number 21, McKenna Smith.
Smith with lowrider coming up. Got me wiggling along up here, but this is the most action that Rise has seen so far this series. They had 2 base runners yesterday throughout the entire game. Right now they have 2 ducks on the pond. This is a prime opportunity. If you're Smith, you're thinking, let me hit a hard line drive, low, hit it through the infield, make them work.
Smith puts it in play and skies it foul down the right field line, 0-1.
We saw the wind be a factor yesterday. I think that's the same situation that we're in. That wind tunnel is still here. Out in center field, not as much, but you get down right field, you get into that left center gap. That wind is blowing in hard, causing a lot of chaos.
0-1. That skips off the glove of Hansen. That's going to move everybody up an extra base. Lucas to third, Spade to second, and a 1-1 count to Smith.
That one just looked like Hansen lost sight of it. That was a good pitch by Pfizer. Tight in, trying to see if she could bait Smith into swinging on that pitch. Just misses a little inside, but this early in the count, not a bad look.
1-1. Inside. And the count 2-1.
Right, she's nothing if not persistent. All right, the screwball didn't work. I'm going to see if I can bait her again with a rise ball because we all know softball players hate rise balls, right? Never want to swing at them. My college coach is probably shaking his head going, that's not true.
Smith into the gap in right field. It's down for a base hit and rolls to the wall. Lauren Lucas is in to score. Carly Spade behind her. And McKenna Smith slides into second with a 2 RBI double. Rise go in front 2-1.
This is exactly what Rise needed. That comeback from here. McKenna Smith just absolutely drives this one into the right center gap. Letting that ball get deep, letting it get away from her. It was on that outside half. Did such a good job of keeping that barrel nice and flat. We talked about the wind. If she gets underneath that at all, that's probably an out in any inning-ending play. But her being able to stay there, stay consistent, that's huge. And like you said, Rise, they're now up for the first time this series, 2-1.
There's Amber Flores, one of the a couple seasons now for the OKC Spark, one of the best players in Oklahoma history, the University of Oklahoma, former All-American, and just trying to settle down her pitcher and keep it at a 2-1 game as Megan Hauk makes her New York debut. swing and a miss from Hauk. And the count 0-1. Hauk grew up in Nevada, New York, outside of Albany, and had known Michaela Transu, reached out to New York asking for availability, and they kept her name on file. As Hauk, a good rip, and Fell tips it off the glove of Hansen. And the count 0-2. But you never know when your number is going to be called. She kept in shape throughout the entire summer, and now the Rise are hoping that her signing can be a bonus as they get ready for the home stretch. Head in the count, 0-2. Up the middle, rolling through, that's a base hit. Smith rounds third. Here comes the throw from Coleman. The tag, Hansen not in time. What a slide by McKenna Smith. Megan Hauk, welcome to New York. 3-1 Rise.
And this one right here, Hauk, she just gets enough in the most awkward place for a pitcher right after a pitch, and that one just squibs through the infield. But let's talk about this slide, because you know Jada Coleman, she is a type of arm from the outfield. She is going to be able to gun it home. McKenna Smith knows that. She dives in head first. She's able to squeeze in that arm, and that was a beautiful slide. The throw beat her, barely able to miss a tag from Hansen. And Rice are continuing to pound it. This is exactly what you needed.
Sophia Nugent gets the starting game 2 of the series, attacks the first pitch and floats it back to the netting, 0-1. Smith has shown off her athleticism. In the last homestand against the Vibe, had a stolen base, legged out an infield hit. Now the acrobatic slide. Who says that catchers aren't athletic?
Who says that? Not you.
No, certainly not me. President of the fan club here. Although, if we are going to get technical, she is playing first base tonight.
Caught last night, so it counts.
Yes.
It counts.
Well, here's Nugent. She's trying to get a home in this starting lineup. Of course, a great career at Tennessee. Hitting .222 on the season, a home run, 3 RBIs. Lifts it out to left field. Can of corn for Riley Boone. Settles under it, makes the catch, and the inning is over. But McKenna Smith and Megan Hauk with a couple of RBIs. They push 3 runs across. We go on to the second inning.
With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Camwood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out camwoodbats.com today. At Just Bats, our business strategy is simple. Get the perfect bat for you on time, every time, exactly as you promised. We not only provide you with the baseball bats and softball bats, but we also provide you with a winning experience and a promise like nobody else. Free shipping both ways, expert customer service, same-day shipping up until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, on time, every time, exactly as promised at Just Bats. College planning is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success, resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT, SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today.
There's the Gardens in Forest Hills, Queens. A beautiful neighborhood, almost a little piece of suburbia out in the 5 boroughs. We actually are out in the burbs now, out east on Long Island, not too far east. And of course, some will say that Queens is a part of Long Island. But New York in front 3-1, and Lauren Krings back out on the mound and a lead under her belt.
What do you say? Is Queens a part of Long Island, yay or nay?
Physically, yes.
Emotionally, no?
Correct. 2 different styles, and that's fine, and whatever floats your boat.
Very, very politically correct. I like that answer. Way to navigate that.
Well, what about you? There has to be, and I'm sure it's the same with every major metropolitan area, There have to be people that live out probably within a 30-mile radius that will claim they're from Houston, but not actually from Houston.
Well, this is where we differ. Houston is more than a 30-mile radius. It's pretty crazy how far you can go. I think it takes 2 hours just to get to one side of the city and the other without traffic. So.
Well, that happens here, too.
Yeah, well, you guys have crazy traffic. I would say people that say they're from Katy, Texas, but then say that they're from Houston, that's a pretty big one.
Well, Haley Lee's from Kingwood, so what's that in proximity
Not
to?
Houston. Not
Okay.
Houston. I think she would agree, though. I'm not ruffling any feathers here.
Is that San Antonio? Is that
It's Houston,
Austin? Okay.
greater area.
Okay.
Emphasis on the greater area. But no of Haley Lee. I mean, if you had the chance to follow her growing up in travel ball, watching her at Texas A&M, watching her whenever she transferred to Oklahoma, she is just a performer. She knows how to play the game. She has a big energy, a big style, and a really big swing. She went yard last night as well.
Yeah, she hit one over the left field wall in that greater area as well.
You got jokes today.
I'm trying a little bit. We're getting closer to the weekend. The weather's
up.
fine. Yeah.
Not quite casual Friday, but, semi-casual Thursday.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
Lee takes a strike in the count 3-1. Lee hitting .385, now 6 home runs on the season, 17 RBIs, the 2023 NFCA All-Central Region second team and All Big 12 first teamer. Big 12 championship most outstanding player back in 2023. Good hitters count. Swing and a miss. Count 3-2.
You could tell with that 3-1 count, Lee, she was looking to swing. If she felt anywhere near or she felt on time, she was going. That one several inches wide of that plate, almost in the other batter's box from Krings. She's trying to bait her into going after it, and she did.
Payoff pitch. Lifted out to right field. Going back, Lucas at the wall. Reaches. It's gone. Haley Lee has gone deep for the second straight game. Another home run for Lee, her 7th of the year, and that makes it 3-2.
And Haley Lee, almost a pitch that was identical to the one she had just swung and missed on before, makes the adjustment. It's all about staying down with your barrel, staying down with your posture. You can see she starts upright, but as this ball comes in, she is able to stay down on this one. And that is what allows that ball to get all the way up and out of this park again.
Just out of the reach of Lucas. And this brings up Riley Boone.
After this pitch, switch. You guys switch after this pitch. Switch.
And Boone takes a first pitch strike, 0-1.
Have to give Kring some credit here. She's done a good job with Rise getting ahead early in the count, establishing that first or second pitch strike. She is able to move from there. That is a huge, huge advantage as a pitcher.
Corners pinch in against Boone, and she slings it into right field, a base hit. Just under the glove of Smith, and Riley Boone has her first hit of the night.
Smith, she was playing in and tight over at first base, just having to be aware. You can see her several steps in front of a bunt, a slap. Riley Boone had both of those yesterday towards that right side, so Smith not wanting to let anything kind of fall in front of her and get a free base. And just great heads up by Riley Boone, noticing that, going, all right, if I get anything inside, I'm going to pull it with me hard, keep it on the ground.
So that brings up Alina Torres. Torres hitless in 2 at-bats last night. Takes a lot of pitches. Torres not an easy strikeout. In fact, she's had 10 at-bats that have gone more than 6 pitches this year, averaging around 4.5 pitches per at-bat. So pretty selective. And the count 2-0.
As a pitcher, you see a hitter like that. Sometimes there's some hitters that go, I'm never going to swing at the first pitch. It could be right down the middle. You could tell me, hey, I'm going to give you a free one. I'm not going to swing at it. Torres is very patient. So as a pitcher, noticing that, noticing the tendency, going at her early in these counts instead of getting behind 2-0.
Well, there's a strike from Krings. And the count 2-1. 2022 NFCA All-West Region second teamer. All Pac-12 first team selection back in 2022. Boone's got great speed at first. Only count 3-1.
An off speed that just got away from the hand of Krings, floated a little high. But I like that look. Haven't seen it too much, just enough to throw off a hitter like Torres. She can get that a little bit lower. I think she's going to get some bites as the game goes on.
3-1. And that's high, ball 4. First walk drawn tonight by OKC. They drew 7 walks against Jalen Ford and Courtney Weish last night. And just a pitch that missed high.
See Flores calling time, wanting to talk with her offense. We're also going to get a mound visit as well. I think this is a good reset from Krings. Her first outing, yes, Jocelyn Allo blasted one out of there. But for the most part, Krings did a good job of minimizing damage, minimizing pitches. This inning, not as much, going a little bit deeper in counts and a couple of hard hits and then a free pass. So I think for both of them, the reset for Krings, hey, let's get back in here. Let's go at these hitters, get ahead early in counts. And then for offense, if you're Spark, you're going, hey, let's be patient. She's falling behind. We've had some good success already. We don't need to swing out of our shoes. Be patient, and whenever the pitch comes to you, you'll know it. Go ahead and swing on that one.
So you're letting Becker swing here, not trying to sacrifice here.
In this situation, whenever you've had 2 hard hits in a row and a free base, absolutely, especially with the speed of Riley Boone at second, I want something through the infield.
Well, the corner's pinching in. Some of that has to do with the speed of Becker as well. Becker pulls back the bunt and takes ball 1.
But hey, you know what? Spark, if they're wanting to sacrifice, I like that as well. I like whenever an offense is able to mix up and make the defense have to shift around. You see Riley Blampede over at third, coming up halfway.
1-0, there is the bunt, deadened. Nugent has to play it, flips to first, not in time, the bases are loaded. See if we take another look at that. Looks like Nugent and Blampede, a little hesitation there, and I think Nugent caught a piece of Blampede.
Definitely a little bit of miscommunication. There was Riley Blampede crashing hard at the last minute. She bumps into Nugent, and Nugent, not only did she have to get up out of the squat, but she also had to navigate around that bat that just fell perfectly right in her path, so she had to maneuver her body around as well.
So the bases are loaded for Jada Coleman, 0 for 1 on the day. And ahead in the count, 1-0.
Right now, if you're Rise, you're up right now 3-2, no outs. You're looking to keep the ball, miss hits, keep it up in the air, easy ground balls to your infield, looking for a double play.
Coleman rolls it foul, wide of first.
If you're Krings, seeing that swing from Coleman, kind of that reaching, kind of rollover type swing. I'm going to stay on that outer half. Surprise her maybe every once in a while on the inside, but see how far I can bait her on that outer half working off the plate.
She does go off the plate, pops it up, left side. Hauk in foul territory, makes the catch. Nice range by Hauk to haul in the first out of the frame.
And I mean, Hauk has done a fantastic job so far this outing. Had a diving play back in the top of the first. Now defensively, she shows off her range, not necessarily her quickness. You see, she's deep, almost in shallow left field.
Yeah,
can't forget that RBI as well.
You're right. No, and saved a run on picking that liner as well. Remember, you had Kinsey Hansen at second. Well, this isn't who you want to face with the bases loaded as Jocelyn Allo takes a strike. 0-1.
Struck out for the first time this season last night. Quickly followed it up with a revenge tour, had a hard hit double. And Grand Slam finds herself in a similar situation again.
Well, the one Achilles heel for Aloe is that she does hit the ball hard, and you can turn a double play against her. So for the Rise, just looking for something on the ground. Boone the runner at third, Torres at second, Becker at first. 3-2 Rise lead, top of the second inning. Aloe pops it up down the right field line. Lucas on the run, can't make the catch, and you could see the wind really dead in that ball as McKenna Smith, the first baseman, ranging towards it, and the wind knocked it down where it was in the vicinity of Smith.
Yeah, I mean, that ball just flared super high up in the air, past the building, and it gets caught up. It's like it hit a wall and all of a sudden started drifting back towards the infield. Makes that run for Lucas pretty far. Smith, she had to range over. Williams as well. She's playing well up the middle.
Krings ahead in the count, 1-2. And Aloe stays alive.
And this is where these tough two-strike at-bats come into play for Spark. You're not in a situation where if you get out here, you're out of the inning, but it feels like if you take advantage of this right now, you could blow this game wide open. With how quickly Spark scores, this is a key moment for them.
1-2 coming. Swing and a miss. She struck her out. Krings got her to chase, and down goes Aloe for the second out.
That is huge moment, huge momentum right there from Krings. To be able to get the second out, avoid a run scoring, but this one up in the zone. Aloe, she's swinging. You could tell her eyes got big. That is a pitch that she was hunting for, but a little bit taken off of that one. She's a little early. Love that pitch there from Krings.
Krings not out of the woods yet. Kinsey Hansen double to right center back in the first inning. And the first pitch popped up. Hauk goes out. Carly Spade coming on, calls her off, makes the catch, and the inning is over. Lauren Krings loads the bases but gets out of it unscathed. The 3-2 lead for New York going to the bottom of the second inning.
Phoenix Tube is one of the world's leading stainless steel long products, with focus on ornamental and structural tubing, as well as processed flat bar. What began as nothing more than the founder's vision, the company started from very humble beginnings in 1980. 40-plus years later, the company has over 25 production lines, as well as a full line of slitting and finishing capabilities. An everyday commitment to uncompromising quality and superior customer service has enabled them to build a loyal customer base. The growth has been further fueled by continued and heavy investment in state-of-the-art equipment and technology, enabling them to remain at the forefront of the industry. As Phoenix Tube begins its fifth decade, it looks forward to a promising future with the same commitment to the principles that have guided them for these years. Learn more today at phoenixtube.com. Baker Air is a veteran and family-owned heating and air conditioning company from Long Island with more than 3 generations of HVAC experience. We value our customers and take great pride in our work. We strive to make Baker Air's goal to remain fair, honest, loyal, and reliable. Our customers are the ones who keep our small business thriving. Request an estimate today at bakerair.com.
Say graphic. Bottom of the second inning, a 3-2 lead for New York. And, you know, we were talking about this last night. I saw this on the internet, and I'm curious your thoughts, Nicole. This is a projected 2028 USA softball and some Spark representation. You take a look at it. Who do you like, and who were some of the glaring omissions? I have one right off the bat.
I think you and I are in sync on that one, so I won't say that one. I'll let you do it. But Kinsey Hansen, I mean, we saw her double back in the first, absolutely ripped a ball. She's a force behind the plate as well. Love to see her there. But also, you have to look at Jada Coleman, the arm, the strength that she has, the range as an outfielder. Can't tell you how many times a pitcher maybe gives up an oopsie, has a home run, and Jada Coleman has been the one to rob it.
Sammy Williams fouls off the first pitch at the bottom of the second inning. The big omission, obviously, is Jocelyn Aloe, and in reading some of the comments, these softball fans, and I don't know what housebound agrophobes are out there that would keep Aloe off the roster, but Okay, she's not playing the field. You wouldn't want that power in the middle of your lineup?
If you ask me, I'm picking Jocelyn Allo any day. One swing, and she can change the momentum. She can change a game.
Huge effect in the game last night. In fact, Allo now 8 for her last 15, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs. Sammy Williams behind in the count 1-2. Sammy was the hero on opening night back on June 26th here at Bill Edwards Stadium with a walk-off solo home run. And she lifts it to shallow left. Riley Boone coming on, makes the catch. 2 straight putouts by Riley Boone. And now Ashley Trewiler steps up to the plate with the bases empty.
Boone showing off a little bit of her range there, just calling off. You can see Alyssa Brito immediately drop step, has a beat on it. But Boone, you can see how far she comes, but with her speed, that one is just easy money. She ends up standing right underneath it.
So here's Ashley Trewiler hitting .286 on the year, a home run, and 10 RBIs. Came on as a pinch hitter in the 6th inning last night, struck out in her only at-bat. Has played limitedly, but in those outings since June 26, she's hitting .350. So seeing the ball well in limited action. Count 1-1.
It's hard as an athlete, as a hitter, to go in and out of the game. Mentally, how do you stay checked in? And that's noticing, all right, the pitcher's throwing here, talking to your teammates. Hey, what are you seeing from her? Getting those extra reps in, those tough battles in the cages whenever you're practicing. That makes all the difference.
Trewiler was dealing with a wrist injury earlier in the year, too, and now ahead in the count 3-1. And these are all professionals, and I know that they won't make any excuses, Nicole, but just to think for Trewiler dealing with the nagging wrist injury. She didn't play a full season, as she's probably played for the last decade of her career. So first year post playing softball full time, and now dealing with a little adversity. In the count 3-2.
I mean, at some point, every softball player or baseball player in their career, I mean, this is one of the only sports where if you fail, if you only succeed 3 out of 10 times, you're doing fantastic. That is not common. So being able to handle that, being able to adjust to that as Trewiler, she drives that walk. That is just part of those growing pains. You feel it a lot from athletes whenever they graduate high school to college. You really feel it as an athlete whenever you go from college to pro, especially after that first year. Having to train on your own, having to practice on your own, work out on your own. It's a management. It is a grind, and you have to be internally focused, internally motivated.
Lauren Lucas banged a single to center field to lead off the bottom of the first inning and sprays the first pitch foul, 0-1. Came around to score on the RBI double by McKenna Smith. Wind blowing out towards left, and we mentioned this new role for Lucas, moving up a spot in the lineup. And the count even at 1-1.
Lucas looking really composed as she gets into this box. Her takes not looking erratic.
Up and in. And Lucas has to dance out of the way, 2-1.
Little conversation there from between Kenzie Hansen and Lauren Lucas. Hey, don't worry, I caught that one. Got a little way, just a little bit. Some smiles.
Lucas is glad she didn't catch that with her helmet.
Hey, I'll take it, free base.
Yeah, the count 3-1, so Lucas a pitch away from earning that free base.
We all know that 3-1 count, that is a hitter's count. That pitcher has to get it over the plate. They're willing to give a little bit more than they typically would. As a hitter, you got to be all over it if she misses.
3-1. Hit on the ground to short, could be 2. Brito feeds Becker, relay throw to first, not in time. So they get the lead runner at Treeweiler as Lucas is aboard on the fielder's choice, and there's 2 away.
It's a well-struck ball there by Lauren Lucas, almost identical to the place that she hit it before. This one, that hitter's count, that 3-1, able to make full contact. But Alyssa Brito learned from her last inning, her last at-bat, shifted up the middle, almost made that double play. I mean, that was as close as you could get.
Already 40 pitches for Amber Pfizer. And the first pitch to Blampede, lasers on the outside edge, 0-1.
Well, Rise, they have been making her work. Typically gets ahead early in the count very easily. She's struggling to find it on some at-bats. Some at-bats just like this one, a Blampede, able to get it early, but drawing out these at-bats. Seen several 3-1s.
Blampede a fly out to right field back in the first inning. Mentioned the on-base streak and trying to build a new one. You have to wonder after how many games she realized that she had gotten on base, or how many players actually keep tabs of that, or I know they all say that they don't keep tabs of it, but I know you guys are checking the box
That's what
score.
they all say, right? That's what they all say. I do know personally I preferred not to know, because if I knew, then I would try to get on, right? So not knowing, to me, was a little bit better.
1-2. Just below the knees. 2-2.
Uto Pfizer really wanted that call for her just a little low. Yeah, not knowing as an athlete, sometimes you just go out and play. That's whenever the true athleticism comes out. That's where you compete.
Blampede out to center field. It's going to hang up for Coleman. Side retired. We're through 2. 3-2 New York.
With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Cam Wood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out CamWoodBats.com today. College planning is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success, resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT, SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today.
Back here at Bill Edwards Stadium, nice crowd on hand. There's the local Little League. That's the Bayport Blue Point Phantoms all the way out in Suffolk County. You're looking at about an hour's drive, and they came in full force. And for all of you out there watching, get to a game here at Bill Edwards Stadium. 4 more home games remaining in the regular season here at home. And there is the schedule. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m., come see the Oklahoma City Sparks, and then Monday through Wednesday at 7 p.m. against the Orlando Monarchs. You can buy tickets at thenewyorkrise.com. She's Nicole Mendez. I'm John Perez, and that's Alyssa Brito. Brito popped out to the second baseman her last time up. And Nicole, as a former Rise player playing for the team's first year of existence last year, what was it like every day, just, I guess, getting to see the young fans? It was a nice crowd and atmosphere. I know after a while signing the autographs got a little bit long, but I know you guys were happy to do so.
Oh, always, because I think the biggest thing is you look at how the sport has grown this year from 5 years ago, from 10 years ago, from 15, and it's because of this younger generation being able to see it, be exposed to it, see themselves in these athletes, dream of being one of these athletes one day.
Brito lifts it down the right field line and shanks foul. Count 0-1.
But it is so cool to see that they're willing to make that drive. They're willing to make the journey out here to watch these athletes play. I think I was talking to the owner of the New York Rise, and he was saying tomorrow it's a sellout crowd. And I just love the way that the sport is continuing to grow.
And Krings hammers in a strike. She's ahead 0-2.
There's that off speed. Haven't seen it too often. Had one that got away from her back in the second, but not too much since then. Perfectly placed, though.
Krings has given up 2 runs on 5 hits through her first 2 innings of work. A walk and 2 strikeouts. And that's ripped foul down the left field line. And Brito stays alive.
Nice pitch from Krings. Love it whenever, as a pitcher, whenever my infield would just kind of give me a quick tap on the shoulder, let me know, hey, we got your back, we're right here. Ball comes this way, I'm here. But just that communication so I feel like I'm part of it. I'm right in the middle.
Brito to second. Williams on the backhand and fires to first to throw out Brito for the first out of the third.
Great play there by Sammy Williams. This was a well-hit ball by Alyssa Brito. Hard up the middle. You can see where she's standing right now. She has a journey to go. This one, I mean, with the backhand, having to be able to stay down in that quick transition, that is the key piece whenever you have a ball taking your momentum away from where you're wanting to throw. And a great stretch over there at first.
Michaela Transu said something very interesting in the beginning of the year. That's rolled to first base and an easy play for McKenna Smith. 2 quick outs to start off the third.
I mean, talk about being placed perfectly. Sammy Williams, McKenna Smith.
Well, the interesting thing that Transu said was that she actually looked at Williams as the anchor of the defensive lineup and says that the best defense is when she's at second base, and of course when you've got Jenna Laird there as well. But it's not every day where your second baseman is the one that stabilizes the middle infield.
I mean, Williams, she played shortstop growing up, played shortstop during her time at Iowa State in college, so it makes sense. The shortstop is typically the leader, that person that takes command, takes control. Whenever you have 2 of those in your middle infield, you're in for a treat.
Here's the red-hot Haley Lee. Hit her 7th home run of the year back in the 2nd inning. And with 18 RBIs on the season.
It's this bottom half, second half of the lineup. Sneaky, quiet. Well, I don't necessarily want to say quiet, but sneaky good with their power, sneaky good with their consistency of getting on base and producing base runners for the hitters like Allo, Hansen, Brito.
Krings is looking for the first 1-2-3 inning of the series, and she might get it. Sammy Williams throws out a couple of runners as we finish off the top of the 3rd inning. 3-2 New York.
College planning is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success, resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT/SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today. At Just Bats, our business strategy is simple. Get the perfect bat for you on time, every time, exactly as you promised. We not only provide you with the baseball bats and softball bats, but we also provide you with a winning experience and a promise like nobody else. Free shipping both ways, expert customer service, same-day shipping up until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, on time, every time, exactly as promised at Just Bats.
Hot down summer in the city, and the sun is setting in Times Square. And how about some local heroes, the Statue of Liberty, Elmo, and of course Batman protecting Gotham on a Thursday night. New York in front 3-2. I know that you guys would have your trips last year. Did you frequent the superheroes?
You know, I met a couple of superheroes last year. One and done. Very, very superhero-like, though. Very impressive.
See, what I think you guys should have done was take pictures with them and charge them. Say, do you know who I am? I'm Nicole Mendez.
My autograph, right? Obviously, that's where we're supposed to be going.
Well, I mean, if anybody doesn't know, Nicole Mendez, one of the best signatures out there, but it's going to cost a pretty penny as well. She doesn't do it for free.
Charge for it, yeah.
Right. Now, you played before the NIL era, so you have to make up for it.
Oh, man, I graduated, and the very next month they were like, hey, NIL is now a thing. I was like, you're kidding me.
Right.
I couldn't be too bitter, though. I was happy for all those other athletes who were able to monetize and take advantage, especially in a sport like mine and theirs where you don't necessarily have the most opportunities whenever you graduate college. You look at the fan base, and it's growing in pro softball. But it was pretty cool to see that come to fruition.
And certainly in local markets, like I'd imagine in Norman and different areas. But it's a good way to expose those communities that might not have a professional sports team within a driving range, and you get to see some local heroes.
Yeah, then a few years after that, OKC Spark formed, and the rest, it was history. It's pretty cool, these two teams, the connections that they're able to make and the ties with their community. That is a big, big theme for both of them. They love to give back. We talked about the fans here at the game, talked about just these young athletes and having somebody to look up to. That is so important for both of these teams, for the players, for the owners.
Well, in a new era, too, for OKC, playing at Tom Heath Field at Lawson Plaza. During the offseason, the Spark announced that that will be their new home at Oklahoma Christian University. As that one just misses in the count 1-2. But they're feeling that Tom Heath Field offers a more intimate, fan-friendly environment to make every game feel special. And that's probably one of the things at the top of the list for all of these programs is the fan experience. And a 1-2. Day lifts it in the air out to center field. The ballpark's going to hold it as Jada Coleman hauls it in for out number 1.
I mean, this one just well struck, not enough juice to her. Jada Coleman doesn't have to move around too much, a couple of steps. The pop flies for the rise. Achilles heel a little bit. And whenever you have fielders in the outfield like Jada Coleman, we saw Riley Boone make some great plays. Anna Torres over there on right. You can't leave that ball up in the air too long because they are quick. They're going to get there. They're going to make their plays. Where the Rise has had the most success, it's been on those low line drives, those hard hit ground balls.
Now, when you're mentioning, and that's been an issue too for the Rise. Now, they've had 28 home runs so far, but you're looking at 40% of the balls that they put in play are in the air. And for a team that can manufacture runs and string hits together, that's where you're going to have quick innings, especially with a good defense and a good outfield like OKC provides.
We'll talk about creating some momentum. Carly Spade right here. She was the one who kicked it off back in the first. Had the walk, drew it, and from there, everything kind of clicked and came together. They're hanging on to this lead. Krings has done a good job shutting down a really, really powerful Spark offense, but you're going to have to score more if you want to stay in this game.
Foul tipped into the glove of Hansen. The count's even at 2-2. Jeff On said that he signed Carly Spade because she called, and he said, I don't take a lot of phone calls, but I'm taking the phone call because you're Carly Spade. And, boy, she has been a great piece for New York so far offensively. Took a while for her to go deep, but now has 5 home runs on the season, 16 RBIs. And the 2-2. In the dirt, 3-2.
Good look there from Pfizer. You could tell Spade wanted to go after that, even with it not being a strike, not something that she swung at. You could tell her rhythm. She has to reset now. She's thinking slow, slow, slow. That is what you want as a pitcher. That's an effective pitch. Now you can go back to your hard stuff and feel like it's a fresh look.
Payoff pitch. Dropped on the ground, left side, and hits off the glove of Cheryl and Brito into left field. And Spade is aboard with a single.
It's not too often that you see a ball tipped off not just one of their gloves, but both of them Cheryl and Brito, they have been pretty much locked down. That defense for Spark has been solid, but that one just struck so hard. Tips off the glove. Cheryl's not able to get there in time. And then Brito just not tall enough to get that one. And Spade looking to get things started again.
Smith down the left field line. That's a base hit. Spade rounds third as Boone plays it in the corner. And McKenna Smith with another double. She's 2 for 2.
And that is exactly what happened last time. Smith with a hard hit ball. Last time it was through the right center gap. This one, tight in on the hands. You could tell Pfizer was trying to get her to swing, maybe roll over something to go somewhere else. And that was a nice job by Smith, keeping those hands inside the ball. Not easy to do with an elevated inside pitch. Keeping them inside the ball, keeping it on the right side of that chalk line.
OKC brings the infield in as Megan Hauk is 1 for 1 and swings through the first pitch for strike one.
The Rise have a rally going. We want to hear you.
Hauk was the one that had that ball hit up the middle, same type of situation. And Smith, fantastic head first slide at home, narrowly missed a tag from Hansen.
Almost the same situation as Hauk. Now down in the count, 0-2. Hauk thrown into the fire in the stretch one and lifts it out to deep center field. Coleman going back, and it's out of here! Megan Hauk with a 3-run home run. Her first home run as a New York Rise. And New York in front 6-2.
You look at their faces, you look at this reaction, that is exactly what you want to see. 2 swings and misses. Hauk locks in, she comes back. This one elevated over the upper outer half of the plate, and she sends this one. Jada Coleman trying to fool them, knowing she can't get there in time, but this one was well over the fence. A 3-run home run. I think that'll be the day for Amber Pfizer, but we talked about it. Rise, they are going to have to score more runs to stay in this game. That is exactly what they just did.
Megan Golden will come on and try and keep it a 6-2 game. And we'll take a quick break here on the All Women Sports Network.
Phoenix Tube is one of the world's leading stainless steel long products, with focus on ornamental and structural tubing, as well as processed flat bar. What began as nothing more than the founder's vision, the company started from very humble beginnings in 1980. 40-plus years later, the company has over 25 production lines, as well as a full line of slitting and finishing capabilities. An everyday commitment to uncompromising quality and superior customer service has enabled them to build a loyal customer base. The growth has been further fueled by continued and heavy investment in state-of-the-art equipment and technology, enabling them to remain at the forefront of the industry. As Phoenix Tube begins its 5th decade, it looks forward to a promising future with the same commitment to the principles that have guided them for these years. Learn more today at phoenixtube.com. AZ Gloveman is Casa Grande, Arizona's quality leather sporting goods provider. Softball, baseball, batting gloves, and more. AZ Gloveman caters to men's and women's slow-pitch softball markets throughout the United States. Build your dream glove today at azgloveman.com. With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Camwood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out camwoodbats.com today.
Megan Golden, the new pitcher for OKC, comes in a 6-2 game and delivers a first pitch strike to Sophia Nugent. Megan Hauk, welcome to New York. An RBI single back in the first, and then dropping the hammer with a 3-run home run to chase Amber Pfizer from the game. And Sophia Nugent cues it foul down the right field line. 0-2.
Tell you what, she definitely will not forget this game, that's for sure. We talked about the Rise, how they took extra time last night after the game just to conversate, get together as a team. This morning had an early AM practice, and something clicked. And sometimes you have to have that come to Jesus meeting, if you will, and things just go from there.
Hoping to ride some momentum, take the series victory against OKC. At a minimum, at least tie the series at a game apiece. New York with 3 more regular season games starting next week as Nugent hits it on the ground at third and Sydney Sherrill fires across the diamond for the second out.
Well, it looked like it had a bit of funky spin. You could see Sherrill whenever she was fielding that ball, kind of shuffling around a bit, trying to make sure it didn't get away from her. Especially after that one before tipped off her glove. She wants to be extra cautious, extra sure, get that out.
So the bases remain empty for Sammy Williams. Flew out to left field in her first at-bat, hits it to deep center field. Coleman reaches up, it's high off the wall. And a nice play by Coleman to keep Williams at first on a long single.
And you could tell Williams, she respects the arm of Jada Coleman. That one hit off, and Coleman immediately crashes in on that, attacks it. Great swing there by Sammy Williams. Angling herself off so she's able to get that barrel extended. But watch Coleman, how quickly she's able to grab onto that ball. That is why Sammy Williams is not standing on second when she absolutely, anybody else, she definitely would have gone.
Ashley Trueweiler, check swing, fouls it on the first pitch.
Here we have a battle of 2 GCU athletes, former teammates. Trueweiler, the offensive side. Golden, the pitching. Sure, this is a matchup that they've seen in practice a time or two.
And you know that this is a matchup that they're going to remember for the rest of their lives.
Hey, you remember that one time?
I think it's so slanted for the hitter because all Trueweiler needs to do is obviously hit one out or have an extra base hit. Doesn't matter whatever Golden does. Everyone remembers
Bragging
that one
rights
time.
Forever.
Trueweiler up the middle. Charged by Becker and has no play. It's an infield single.
Well, you said it best. Momentum is going to be important here. Rise, it's just a death by 1,000 cuts. They've been able to make things happen, make this defense work. This one is placed perfectly up the middle. It just slammed into the ground right in front of the box. Trueweiler, she doesn't even get a throw from Becker. Everybody's safe. And now another in scoring position.
And here's Lauren Lucas, 1 for 2 on the day. Skies it out to center field. Jada Coleman looks up, and it's out of here. Lauren Lucas has gone deep. Another 3-run home run for the Rise. They've put 6 across this inning. And New York has opened it up. They're up 9-2.
You said it, Lauren Lucas, she's been getting these hard hits, being able to get something across. And this one, she's able to get this one all the way out of here. A curveball that doesn't quite get on that inside pitch. And Lucas says, thank you, I'm going to send that one deep, far, and I'm going to put us up. This is a similar situation that Rise was in on the flip side just yesterday. And right now, they're giving Spark a little bit of payback.
Riley Blampede is the 9th batter to come up to the plate in the 3rd inning and hits it up the middle. There's Brito, fires to first, and got Blampede by a hair, side retired. But the bats coming to play. 3-run home runs by Megan Hoke and Lauren Lucas give the Rise a 9-2 lead going to the 4th.
Baker Air is a veteran and family-owned heating and air conditioning company from Long Island with more than 3 generations of HVAC experience. We value our customers and take great pride in our work. We strive to make Baker Air's goal to remain fair, honest, loyal, and reliable. Our customers are the ones who keep our small business thriving. Request an estimate today at bakerair.com. College planning is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success. resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT, SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today. At Just Bats, our business strategy is simple. Get the perfect bat for you on time, every time, exactly as you promised. We not only provide you with the baseball bats and softball bats, but we also provide you with a winning experience and a promise like nobody else. Free shipping both ways, expert customer service, same-day shipping up until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, on time, every time, exactly as promised at Just Bats.
Top of the fourth inning, and a lot to be happy about here at Bill Edwards Stadium. It's a 9-2 lead for New York. Megan Hauk, Lauren Lucas with 3-run home runs last inning, and sometimes those meetings help, but it's all about the execution. So you know that the tension, at least, whatever was building up for New York, is gone, and they're starting to build that momentum, Nicole.
Definitely free swinging. You talked with Coach before the game, and she was saying, Rise, we were a little passive. We weren't being aggressive in the box. We were letting too many good pitches go by. I think the team has listened, they have heard, and the adjustments have been made. Multiple home runs, multiple just attacking early in the count, hard hit balls, well-placed balls time and time again. I'm going to say it again, death by 1,000 cuts. Rise, they've had a hit every single inning so far.
And so Lauren Krings with a little bit of cushion and a 7-run lead as she gets ready for a fourth inning of work. Threw up her first 1-2-3 inning, last inning in the third. Here's Riley Boone, single to right field in her last at-bat. Looks to slap and takes, and the count 1-0.
And if you're Krings, continuing to pound the zone, continuing to stay locked in, yes, you have a 9-2 lead, but you still have to work through 2 innings to be able to get that win, secure it. Continue to push, push, push. Let your defense work for you.
Easier play for Smith. Jogs to first. And down goes Boone, 4 in a row retired by Krings.
There it is right there. Smith had last time Riley Boone was up. A shot ripped past her. Wasn't able to get a glove on it this time. A couple steps back. She learned her lesson. Able to make the catch on that one.
I shortchanged Krings. That's now 7 in a row retired. You had that sacrifice bunt that was an infield single by Rachel Becker since then. A couple of pop-outs, a strikeout, and then 3 ground-outs last inning. And Alina Torres behind in the count, 0-1. Torres walked back in the second inning. The number 8 hitter in the Spark lineup. The 9 runs given up by OKC is the most that they've given up in a game this season. In fact, in their 2 losses, they lost 5-4 to TC Colorado and then 6-4 to the Florida Vibe on Sunday. Mama said there'd be days like this in OKC, dealing with it towards the latter half of the season.
Already, this is a very different at-bat for Krings versus versus Torres. Got behind 3-0, came back 3-1, and then eventually the free pass. But now we're seeing 1 ball, 2 strikes, just going at these hitters. It always helps as a pitcher whenever your offense comes through clutch, able to score those runs and get ahead for you, give you a little bit of breathing room.
1-2 pitch, slow roller, left side. Blampede gloves, it pops out, and Torres is aboard. That snaps the streak for Krings. It'll be an infield single for Torres. She's 1 for 2, and that brings up Rachel Becker.
That one, Blampede just not able to get her feet underneath her. You could tell she was coming in crashing hard. I love the aggression, but just the feet a little too far behind for her. Tips off the edge of her glove. Smith, good job there, getting that ball, backing it up, not letting Torres advance to second.
Rachel Becker takes low for ball 1. Becker was trying to get on Well, he sacked bunt last time. Well, not trying to get on, but trying to sacrifice. And that's when Blampina and Nugent bumped into each other, causing the throw to be a little late to Becker, to Smith to try and get Becker at first.
Communication is going to be key here for Rise, continuing to push that button. You know, Spark, they are a team, whenever their backs are against a wall, they get tougher, they get more aggressive, they rise to the occasion. They love moments like this.
I see what you did there.
I thought I snuck it in. That was pretty good, huh? Oh, I love a good joke. Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. Becker drawing the 3-1. You can just tell she's very intentional, very patient, very much like Torres. She's going to let the ball come to her, let the moment sit until she finds the one that she wants to attack. Perfect count here to do that.
Becker drives it to deep right field. Lucas turns around, and that's gone. Here comes OKC. Rachel Becker goes deep. That's her first home run of the year, a 2-run shot, and it makes it 9-4.
Big time celebration there from Spark. They wanted a chance to get back into this game. Whenever you're behind 3-1 as a pitcher, you have to put the ball over the plate just a little bit more. And Rachel Becker, she takes this inside pitch, that barrel whip through the zone, and sends it deep out to right center. And this is where moments of thank you so much, you gave me a little bit of relief, you gave me that wiggle room, they come in handy.
And that's going to be all for Lauren Krings. And we'll get a new pitcher in Shanice Dels. And we'll take a quick break as well. 9-4 the lead for New York with 1 out in the 4th inning.
Phoenix Tube is one of the world's leading stainless steel long products, with focus on ornamental and structural tubing, as well as processed flat bar. What began as nothing more than the founder's vision, the company started from very humble beginnings in 1980. 40-plus years later, the company has over 25 production lines, as well as a full line of slitting and finishing capabilities. An everyday commitment to uncompromising quality and superior customer service has enabled them to build a loyal customer base. The growth has been further fueled by continued and heavy investment in state-of-the-art equipment and technology, enabling them to remain at the forefront of the industry. As Phoenix Tube begins its 5th decade, it looks forward to a promising future with the same commitment to the principles that have guided them for these years. Learn more today at phoenixtube.com. College planning is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success, resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT, SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today.
Shanice Dels out of the bullpen delivers low for ball 1. Or take it for a strike, excuse me. Now that's up and in to Jada Coleman, and the count 1-1.
You were just calling for the second pitch.
I was, yeah. I got a little ahead of myself. That's my issue, and I need to work on that. But that's neither here nor there. Shanice Dels pitched twice in the series against Atlanta, and last pitched on the 5th of July. Went 2/3 of an inning, gave up a run on a hit. No walks, no strikeouts, and Jada Coleman, 0 for 2, digs in against Dels.
Dels, she's a type of pitcher that very similar to Jalen Ford, who we saw yesterday. Shanice Dels loves to work the spin. She loves to be able to throw these hitters off balance. You never know where that ball is going to go. She kind of plays a little bit of spin demon, right? You're going to see a certain spin, you think it's a curveball, all of a sudden the ball just drops off the table. She is a master with her spin.
There is a spin, and it's 1 hop to third. Blampede fires a strike to first. 2 away.
That's what you want to see whenever you have a pitcher come into relief, especially after giving up a home run. How quickly can you get your team back out of this inning, especially offensively? They have been creating so much momentum, so much energy. Get them back into the dugout. Give yourself a break. Hey.
There's Jocelyn Allo. There's a swing and a miss. Allo, like we mentioned, came into the series, had not struck out at all in the series, and hit a solo home run back in the first. Struck out swinging in the second inning, so now 2 strikeouts in the series for the home run queen. As that misses outside, and the count 1-1.
Good pitch by Dels, just a little bit of off-speed, high spin rate. As a hitter, whenever you see a ball coming into you, there's a high spin. It almost tricks your brain into thinking this ball is coming in at a hard mile per hour. But with Dels, she plays off of that, and she's able to throw balls that are slower. That one gets away from her. Throw balls that are slower with that high spin rate, so these hitters are thinking the ball is coming in harder than it actually is.
And I was always fascinated with that when it came to release points or trying to keep the same arm angle, but deciphering different velocities. And as a hitter, what are some of the challenges, and I guess how do you pick that up for some of these hitters that might be facing Dels for the first time?
Yeah, I think patience is key. Sometimes as a hitter, you can tell yourself, wait for it, but nothing can really prepare you quite for that, right? So that's whenever, as a hitter, I like to go external and give myself an external visual target. So if I know that she's spinny, the spin rate is going to deceive me. If I tell myself I'm aiming for down the left field line, if I'm a lefty, I'm going to be aiming for left field line. And if I'm early, I'm going to hit it maybe right center, right? So that way I can give myself an external cue that helps me. Jocelyn Allo doesn't need an external cue. Draws a walk, and easy on base for her. Kinsey Hansen also not as much production as we've seen from her in a couple games past. She's looking to get on base as well.
Yeah, Hansen doubled back in the first inning, then flew out to right in the second. And the first pitch misses inside, 1-0. Has to be a consolation prize, or it has to at least feel like a little victory keeping Allo in the ballpark. But a big reason why Allo is so great is because of her talents. 2, it helps when you've got Hansen supporting her right behind her in the lineup.
Right, and not often is there a free base in front of her. So you're either forced to pitch to her or face Hansen.
McKenna Smith in foul ground, makes the catch in front of her dugout. And the side is retired, but Rachel Becker's 2-run home run makes it a 9-4 game. We're halfway home here on the All Women's Sports Network.
With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Camwood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out camwoodbats.com today. At Just Bats, our business strategy is simple. Get the perfect bat for you on time, every time, exactly as you promised. We not only provide you with the baseball bats and softball bats, but we also provide you with a winning experience and a promise like nobody else. Free shipping both ways, expert customer service, same-day shipping up until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, on time, every time, exactly as promised at Just Bats. With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Camwood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out camwoodbats.com today.
Bottom of the 4th inning and catch the rise this season. Only 4 more games remaining at Bill Edwards Stadium. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m., a Friday night, no better place to be than Hofstra to see the OKC Spark and the New York Rise. New York hoping that it's a rubber match. And then 3 games remaining on the home schedule next week, Monday to Wednesday, right here at 7 p.m. against the Orlando Monarchs. You can purchase tickets at thenewyorkrise.com. Here's Courtney Day. Day started off the year red hot. She's got 8 home runs on the season, hitting .357, but the average has dipped. The book has been out on her. And now trying to get off the snide. Hit the ball hard in her 2 at-bats and was robbed of an extra base hit back in the first inning on a shoestring catch by Riley Boone. And the first pitch by Megan Golden is in there for a strike, 0-1.
I mean, she's seeing it well, like you said, well struck. And it's a matter of time as a hitter just staying within yourself, letting the ball continue to come to you. I think that's the hardest part, is whenever you're doing everything right and it's still not dropping. So just reminding yourself, this is exactly the result that you wanted. It's going to drop eventually. Don't try to go outside. Don't try to press. Stay where you are.
Day hits it hard to short. Brito, deep throw and gets Day by a few strides for the first out in the home half of the 4th.
There's just another one. Well hit, hard hit ball. Brito playing deep, deep, deep. Heels on the grass, up the middle. Easy play for her where she was set up, positioned. But if your Day continue to stay in that same lane, eventually something's got to drop or break through.
And here's Carly Spade. Reached base twice today, a walk back in the first, and a single to left in the third, 1 for 1. Came around to score twice.
Golden using that curveball to get ahead, both at-bats here this inning.
Spade goes up the middle. Brito slides but can't make the play, and Spade has her second hit of the day.
Every time the Rise has come around to score is because Carly Spade has started something. If you are the Spark, you're saying this is the last time she can get on base. We are not letting this happen again. She just finds a way, finds a hole, finds some way to get on base. And McKenna Smith, talk about somebody else who has been productive so far this game in her at-bats.
2 doubles today, 2 RBIs back in the first. And this is where the production has come in the Rise lineup, 4, 5, 6, with Spade, Smith, and Megan Hauk. Outside, 1-1.
See Golding wanting to stay with that curveball. Rise hitters so far not biting on it, not wanting to swing, even whenever it is a strike. They're leaving that one, opting instead for the pitches that are on the inside half.
That's outside again, 2-1.
Good snag there by Hansen getting across. Looked like that one was supposed to be on the inside. Misses out. But with a hitter like Smith, 60 feet is everything, especially with the speed of Spade.
Here's a 2-1. Right down the middle for a strike, 2-2. Sometimes it just feels like 9 runs isn't enough against OKC when they're going right. And for New York, you just want to continue to put crooked numbers on the board. Smith skies a foul.
Well, we saw it back in this last half inning. The top of the 4th, Spark, they come through, 2-run home run just like that. First home run of the year for Rachel Becker, so it could come from any point in this lineup. You have to be on top of your game. Continue to push.
2-2. Smith chases the drop ball. Strike 3.
A huge strikeout there from Golden. Smith has been the one to really be that run production, bring those runs in. This is an off-speed that goes down in the zone. You can see Smith is not able to hold up, chases after it, misses underneath.
Hauk has introduced herself to the fans in a big way and lifts it out to left field. Boone going back and is there to make the catch. And the side is retired. So Megan Golden throws up a goose egg, and we're through 4 on the All Women's Sports Network.
AZ Gloveman is Casa Grande, Arizona's quality leather sporting goods provider. Softball, baseball, batting gloves, and more. AZ Gloveman caters to men's and women's slow-pitch softball markets throughout the United States. Build your dream glove today at azgloveman.com. Conveniently located in Rockville Center, Frank's Steaks is a refined but casual, authentic New York steakhouse on Long Island. Since it opened 40 years ago, Frank's Steaks has been committed to serving high-quality prime cuts of beef in a timeless New York atmosphere with a friendly, attentive waitstaff. It's this obsessive dedication to our craft that has led Frank's Steaks to becoming the local destination for special dinners and celebrations.
Back here at Bill Edwards Stadium, it's a 9-4 lead for New York, and the top of the fifth inning is always a dance-off. Nicole Mendez, I know you've got a lot of dancing accolades under your belt.
So many dancing accolades.
Ripping up H-Town, whether it's the square dance, the polka, the waltz. Let's get some judging skills here. So we got the core four, the two on the left, two on the right.
Oh. We got a lot of hand rolling, a lot of hand action here. Rapid, turn. That's pretty solid. All right, let's hear your take on this side.
I need a little bit more diversity. Can't just be whipping the hands out there.
Well, you did get a little louder, but I will say everybody's a winner tonight.
And, of course, the very diplomatic Ali Melendez. Everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner. I don't know. They're just lucky I wasn't down there with all my dancing accolades,
yes.
Right?
I think it's weird, though, that you come to the ballpark with them and that you fly them when you come.
All my dancing accolades?
Yes. I heard you
didn't
tie up
appreciate
TSA.
all my awards and medals behind me?
I didn't mind it. It was just the first thing that you said was, "Hi, I'm Nicole Mendez, dance champion." Alyssa Brito hits that off the pole down the left field line. And the count 0-2.
Forget the natties. I want to show you my dancing medals.
Do you think you're going to be a dance mom one day, or more like
Fun fact, I did grow up a cheerleader. Very invested. So I very well could be a dance mom. My mom had to go through the heat because I played an outdoor sport. So, I'd be willing to sacrifice myself for some AC.
Were you a flyer?
I was not a flyer. I was in second grade bigger than some sixth graders. So, it was just the balance wasn't quite there. The balance wasn't quite there.
I blame your teammates for not supporting you or being ready for that. You have to adjust to your personnel. Alyssa Brito skies that down the left field line. Carly Spade angling. Has a play on it and makes the catch. Nice job by Carly Spade navigating the wall and the warning track for a long out number one.
Yeah, especially where she was. It took her deep and far towards that left field foul territory, but there's also the tarp there as well. Sometimes whenever you have the fence, you can lean on the fence as an outfielder, so you could see her glancing as she was making her way over.
Roll on the ground to second. Sammy Williams, 2 away. Oh, so you're saying there is a tarp here at Hofstra?
There sure is.
Because I wasn't sure. But there's 2 quick outs, and that'll bring up Haley Lee, who's 1 for 2. Hit a solo home run back in the second inning. How about Shanice Dels coming on, getting a couple of ground outs to finish the fourth, and now retires the first 2 batters to begin the fifth.
Dels, doing what a reliever does, that is the role that she fits best within this staff. That's the way that she's been used. She's been effective at it. I said she's spinny, she's tricky. She's trying to keep these hitters off balance just long enough.
1-1 on the ground to third. Easy play for Riley Blampede in a 1-2-3 inning for Shanice Dels. We go to the bottom of the fifth, 9-4 New York.
Baker Air is a veteran and family-owned heating and air conditioning company from Long Island with more than 3 generations of HVAC experience. We value our customers and take great pride in our work. We strive to make Baker Air's goal to remain fair, honest, loyal, and reliable. Our customers are the ones who keep our small business thriving. Request an estimate today at bakerair.com. With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Camwood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out camwoodbats.com today. Conveniently located in Rockville Center, Frank's Steaks is a refined but casual, authentic New York steakhouse on Long Island. Since it opened 40 years ago, Frank's Steaks has been committed to serving high-quality prime cuts of beef in a timeless New York atmosphere with a friendly, attentive waitstaff. It's this obsessive dedication to our craft that has led Frank's Steaks to becoming the local destination for special dinners and celebrations.
Bottom of the 5th, Megan Golden, a much better bottom of the 4th inning. Ground out, a fly out, a single, and a strikeout. Trying to keep it a 9-4 game and trying to keep her team in it as she deals to 7-8-9 in the New York lineup. Sophia Nugent, Sammy Williams, and Ashley Treeweiler. She's Nicole Mendez. I'm John Perez, and this has been a fun one so far. If you like the fireworks or the offense, this has been the series to watch.
I mean, this really has both these teams.
Nugent turns on that one and scolds it foul.
I was about to say, just being able to rip this ball, and Nugent showcasing that a little bit. Her turn as well. We talked about how she's struggled to really get those balls consistently just through the infield, consistently out of the air. That has been something that the Rise as a whole has struggled with past few games. Seeing them make adjustments tonight.
Sophia Nugent, a fly out and a ground out in 2 at-bats. Second time facing Golden, and the 1-1. 1-2.
And if you're Rise, knowing that the Spark, they are a team that comes back, continuing to push, push, push. I know I keep saying it, but we're only in the bottom of the 5th inning. There's still a lot of game left. You have a huge lead. Continue to grow it.
Nugent pops it up right side. Lee and Hansen, and there's Hansen to make the catch in foul territory, 1 away.
Golden, since she's come in, we talked about Delph's last inning, but got to talk about Golden, how well that she's been able to make those adjustments. Had a couple of hard hits off of her whenever she first entered, but since then she has been steady. She has been shutting down this Rise offense.
Williams singled in her last at-bat in the 3rd inning. 1 for 2 on the day.
She almost has a droppy curve. Simulates what we saw yesterday from Maddie Penta. The swing plane for Rise, they do better with balls that are flat or elevated in the zone, so they're going to have to make that adjustment.
There was the elevated pitch, but it's blooped to second, and Becker, 2 down.
Nice job by Becker. Ranging over, saw a couple good plays from her yesterday. She can cover a lot of ground. Another athlete who in college played a lot of shortstop, made the transition over to second base whenever she turned pro, and she has been so solid.
And that's the key to teams that have success, is you have to be strong up the middle. And it helps when you've got 2 natural shortstops right up the middle.
They're quick, deep range, able to make those throws. Very different positions from one another as well, so that speaks to how athletic she is.
1-0, skied in the air, left center field. Back goes Coleman, looking up, it's gone! Ashley Treeweiler goes deep for her 2nd home run of the year, a solo shot, 10-4 Rise. Treeweiler,
another hitter who has been struggling to stay in this lineup consistently. takes the pitch, elevated outside half. She's able to send this one. You could see Jada Coleman tracking hard the entire way, but the wind just carrying it out. Great swing, and that is the push that the Rise needed. They were shut down last inning, not able to score, but coming back from that lull, that is big, especially after 2 quick outs. Just showing Spark, hey, we're not losing steam, we're not losing momentum, we're still here, we're still pushing.
3rd home run of the day for the Rise. And here's Lauren Lucas, who went deep in her last at-bat. Reached base all 3 times today and is 2 for 3. And takes low for ball 1. Well, still a 6-run lead for the Rise, but how big was that 2-run home run for Rachel Becker to at least keep OKC in the game and try to prevent a run rule?
Absolutely, because at this point, we would be talking about a run rule. We're in that territory, a couple runs away, and now Rise, they still have some work to do and a lot of game left if they're not able to get that score up.
Golden ahead in the count 1-2 to Lucas. And the pitch, that's outside, 2-2. Well, Lucas was really struggling. She was 3 for her last 17 coming into tonight's game. Struck out 8 times, but was elevated to the leadoff spot. And maybe Michaela Trance, who has something cooking with Lucas as a potential leadoff hitter. A single and a 3-run jack. 2-2. And she stays alive.
Sometimes as a hitter, you just need to feel like your coach believes in you, and not just in a way where they say, hey, I believe in you, kid, but hey, you're in the leadoff tonight. There's that confidence, there's that assurance, and look at what she's done. Sometimes that's all you need as a hitter.
2-2 on the way.
As we all know, the game is so mental. It is so mental. Yes, there are physical aspects, but on this field tonight, there's so many athletes who are at that high level. It's the mentality. It's the ability to stay locked in, to stay focused, to adjust, to rebound. So many different things that accumulate and make the top 1% athlete.
2-2, 3-2.
Really good battle here from Lucas. Making Golden work for it. And you can tell Golden does not want to come too near over that plate. She remembers Lucas sent her yard last at bat.
Riley Blampede looms on deck. And the payoff pitch to Lucas. On the inside corner, strike 3 called, but the Rise add another run. A solo home run by Ashley Treeweiler, 10-4 going to the 6th.
Conveniently located in Rockville Center, Frank's Steaks is a refined but casual, authentic New York steakhouse on Long Island. Since it opened 40 years ago, Frank's Steaks has been committed to serving high-quality prime cuts of beef in a timeless New York atmosphere with a friendly, attentive waitstaff. It's this obsessive dedication to our craft that has led Frank's Steaks to becoming the local destination for special dinners and celebrations. AZ Gloveman is Casa Grande, Arizona's quality leather sporting goods provider. Softball, baseball, batting gloves, and more. AZ Gloveman caters to men's and women's slow-pitch softball markets throughout the United States. Build your dream glove today at azgloveman.com. Conveniently located in Rockville Center, Frank's Steaks is a refined but casual, authentic New York steakhouse on Long Island. Since it opened 40 years ago, Frank's Steaks has been committed to serving high-quality prime cuts of beef in a timeless New York atmosphere with a friendly, attentive waitstaff. It's this obsessive dedication to our craft that has led Frank's Steaks to becoming the local destination for special dinners and celebrations.
There is the New York Public Library out near Bryant Park. Had some dinner and a show. A nice Thursday night. And some yoga, some peace in the least peaceful area in the city.
What an interesting choice of words there. I don't know if I would want to have my bare feet there in Times Square, but you know what? To each his own. One's man peace is another man's treasure. Great play right there. Riley Boone able to leg that one out, but kind of limping back over to first. She suffered a knee injury at the end of the game last night.
Let's take another look. Boone busting it out of the box. And even at 70% can still get down the line. I don't think we got a good angle there.
And it was on that decel, a couple steps after she touched the bag, that you could see her have that knee buckle underneath her. I think she's going to get a pinch runner.
Yeah, it's going to be KK Madry, who came on last night as a pinch runner as well.
Not a bad pinch runner here. KK Madry, a lot of speed, high IQ, has a good bat as well. We got to see her yesterday. But great effort by Hauk over at short. Like you said, not even going 100%. Riley Boone just able to get it, leg it out.
It wasn't like Hauk was playing too deep either. It was pretty normal depth as Torres tops it foul. Almost took out one of our own over there.
Go easy over there.
I don't know if there's hazard pay in the T&D budget.
I'd be wearing, maybe like some catcher's gear if I was a cameraman. At least on the shins, Gotta watch the shins.
Huh? 0-2 Torres floats it foul down the right field line. Well, that's Evan over there down the left field line. He has not moved, but I'll take that as a good sign.
Yeah.
He's a gamer.
Yeah, he's locked in. I would have flinched, ran away, deserted my post, but I'm snug up here.
Well, there's his shot, and that's lifted to deep left field. Forget it. Alina Torres has gone deep. Another home run for the Spark, and that makes it 10-6.
Alina Torres, you could see her hard hit to the left side, hard hit to the right side. This one, just like Goldilocks, was just right. Blasted this one well out of here into the night. I love a nighttime home run. She got all of this one. Shanice Stelz not able to fool her. Elevated outside half a little early, but she's able to stay on it with her barrel. Doesn't pull off too soon. And, I mean, this one is an absolute moonshot.
First home run of the season for Torres. Now 7 RBIs on the season. OKC trying to come back into this one. Still nobody out. And the lead down to 4. And here's Rachel Becker, who launched a 2-run home run in her last at-bat. One out. 1-1.
You're going to see a lot of power here from the Rise, but every single one of their runs has come from a home run so far this evening.
Came into the night hitting 28 home runs on the season through the first 23 games. And the power on full display tonight from both sides. Jocelyn Allo, Haley Lee, Alina Torres, and Rachel Becker, each going deep for OKC. On the other side, that's on the ground to third. Blampede fires across the diamond to retire Becker for the first out of the 6th.
Well, this is the time of night where the Spark, they really come alive in the 6th and 7th inning. Anything to get that momentum to stop. This is a good pitch from Dels, elevated on the upper half. And nice job by Blampede just eating that, kind of took a weird hop, took it in the gut, able to get over, shuffled, had some time.
Jada Coleman hitless in 3 at-bats. Fly out, pop out, and a ground out.
You could see her going to the slap, just trying to get something going. As we saw with Riley Boone, speed doesn't slump if you're able to get it down on the ground.
Comes the 0-1. Just inside. 1-1.
Switch, Evan. Good.
And Coleman floats it foul. And the count 1-2. Coleman, like we mentioned, probably going to be on that 2028 USA softball roster. Just an incredible player to watch and to see in person. Great job in the outfield. Has a good bat. Looking for her first hit today. And the 1-2 swing and a miss. She goes down. And Dels has her first strikeout out of the pen. 2 away.
That is huge, especially with Jocelyn Allo coming up to the plate. You don't want anybody on base, but Dels, she's going to go up and away, knowing as a slapper that is hard to resist. And you can see Coleman, as she was going through, her body was wanting to go over to first. Great location there by Dels.
Allo takes right down Broadway for a strike, 0-1.
Has been so impressed with both of these pitchers on both sides in their relief appearance. They have been doing a great job just managing and minimizing the power from both teams.
That's a good point, Nicole, because after the home runs, that's when Dels has locked it down. So no more damage after that. Allo, shallow left. Carly Spade is there, inning over. Shanice Dels gives up the home run, but then gets a ground out, a strikeout, and a flyout onto the bottom of the 6th.
Phoenix Tube is one of the world's leading stainless steel long products, with focus on ornamental and structural tubing, as well as processed flat bar. What began as nothing more than the founder's vision, the company started from very humble beginnings in 1980. 40-plus years later, the company has over 25 production lines, as well as a full line of slitting and finishing capabilities. An everyday commitment to uncompromising quality and superior customer service has enabled them to build a loyal customer base. The growth has been further fueled by continued and heavy investment in state-of-the-art equipment and technology, enabling them to remain at the forefront of the industry. As Phoenix Tube begins its 5th decade, it looks forward to a promising future with the same commitment to the principles that have guided them for these years. Learn more today at phoenixtube.com. Baker Air is a veteran and family-owned heating and air conditioning company from Long Island with more than 3 generations of HVAC experience. We value our customers and take great pride in our work. We strive to make Baker Air's goal to remain fair, honest, loyal, and reliable. Our customers are the ones who keep our small business thriving. Request an estimate today at bakerair.com.
10-6 the lead for New York. She's Nicole Mendez. I'm John Perez. And the Rise looking to take the second game of this now truncated 3-game set. First game on Tuesday night was canceled due to the field conditions. But a lot of fireworks, a lot of offense in these last 2 games. And New York bringing the bats out to play today. Home runs from Megan Hauk, Ashley Treeweiler, and Lauren Lucas. And how about McKenna Smith? No home runs, but 2 doubles.
I mean, whenever you're scoring that many RBIs, I'm okay with it as a hitter.
Here's Riley Blampede looking to get into the party. Riley 0 for 3, a couple of flyouts and a ground out. It's Riley Blampede, Courtney Day, and then Carly Spade. Up against Megan Golden, who surrendered a solo home run to Ashley Treeweiler back in the 5th.
Both Blampede and Day, both of them hard hits, just not able to convert those over. They've been held silent. It's really been the latter half of the lineup that's been doing the most damage. They've been the most effective with bringing those runs around. They're able to get some chaos here, get on base. Talk about responding to a hit. Talk about giving a little bit more cushion as you're heading into later innings. But Golden, she's not having any of it. Really good pitch, off speed.
This is where, if you're Golden, you absolutely cannot give up a run and give your team an opportunity in the 7th. Not exactly slam-proof yet, and you know OKC can get on base. Here's the 1-2. Below the knees, 2-2.
Well, she firmly shut the door on any kind of momentum or rally last inning. Had a strikeout with Lauren Lucas. Her first at-bat against Golden, home run. Second at-bat, strikeout looking. That curveball has been deadly time and time again. Lefties and righties alike. For righties, it's hard because the ball is tailing away from you. She's throwing it away from her arm side, over to the glove side. And it just keeps going and going and going. It's easy to chase after.
Payoff pitch, Blampede. Skies it out to right center. Coleman, 1 down.
The designated player, number 15, Courtney Day.
So one down. And the base is empty for Courtney Day.
Double play is back.
Day, like you mentioned, the hard contact was robbed of the extra base hit from Riley Boone. And Day, little dunker into center field. That's down for a base hit. And Day's got her first hit of the night. Coleman checks in on Day and throws over there, but nothing doing. I guess for Day, it's not a matter of how hard you hit it, just where you hit it.
That has been the challenge for her tonight, just staying locked into her swing, being aggressive, filling that out. It's a flare in no man's land. That'll always work. The hard hits weren't working, so she had to go with the flare, right? Nice job by Day getting on base.
Well, you saw the stats before the game, and they've altered. We'll change it for tomorrow. A new pinch runner at first base is Kayla Wadle.
A lot of speed over there for McKenna Smith. Excuse me, Carly Spade, but Carly Spade herself, a lot of power. Had a hard hit up the middle her last at-bat.
So Wadle adding some extra space, and Spade trying to hit one in the gap to try and score. Wadle inside outs it and fouls it off. The count 1-1. Spade a walk and a couple of singles, one to left and one to center. It's the one thing with this new lineup, it deepens your bench with speed. Spade pops it up, foul territory. Lee navigating towards the dugout, makes the catch. And go around first base coach Lenny Malkin, but makes the play, 2 down.
She almost went all the way around her twice. She was circling her. Malkin didn't know where to go. Lee talking to her right now, saying, hey, I'm behind you. Oh, and to your left. Oh, I'm in front of you. 3 fly balls in a row from Golden. Only Day able to get one to drop. If you're looking at that, if you're Smith, you're thinking, keep it hard on the ground, and that's exactly what she does. Rips it right back up the middle.
If you want to give me some numbers for the lotto tomorrow, I'll take them. I'll give you 10%. How about McKenna Smith?
That's
3 for 4 today.
Easy good number. For legal reasons, that's purely a joke. Off air, though,
yes.
Let's talk.
So here's Megan Hauk. Driven in 4 runs today. And take the first pitch outside for ball 1.
A lot of potential here to drive in. Maybe 1, maybe 2. Who knows, maybe 3. She's done it before.
3-run home run back in the 3rd inning, chasing Amber Pfizer from the game. Pfizer giving up 6 runs in 2 1/3, 2 walks, no strikeouts. And that's been the big difference today. Now, New York only struck out 4 times last night, but tonight they're putting the ball in play, they're attacking. It seems like they have a plan up at the plate and a lot of traffic on the base paths. 2-0. Hauk skies it, and Hansen watches it go into the crowd.
A lot of communication, you can tell. These hitters are going up, and whenever Golden makes an adjustment, we just saw it from Smith. They're talking amongst each other, they're paying attention, they're noticing, and they're making those adjustments quicker. They're not waiting until they get all the way back into the lineup. They're taking 2-3 hitters to adjust.
Little bloop towards the shortstop. Brito hauls it in, and the inning is over. New York looks to lock it down. We go on to the 7th on the All Women's Sports Network.
College planning is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success, resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT, SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today. At Just Bats, our business strategy is simple. Get the perfect bat for you on time, every time, exactly as you promised. We not only provide you with the baseball bats and softball bats, but we also provide you with a winning experience and a promise like nobody else. Free shipping both ways, expert customer service, same-day shipping up until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, on time, every time, exactly as promised at Just Bats.
It's been a fun atmosphere here at Bill Edwards Stadium and a 10-6 lead for the New York Rise. They're 3 outs away from tying the series against the OKC Spark.
Time for the best mascot, double play. Let's go, New York.
Welcome into the broadcast booth. She's Nicole Mendez. I'm John Perez. New York had a plan, and they've executed tonight.
They have been so efficient with their at-bats, attacking. That is the biggest difference between yesterday and that score and today in this score. You mentioned this is the highest number of runs that Spark has allowed in any contest so far this season. It is because the Rise, they have been aggressive and they're going after these hitters.
So New York 3 outs away, and now Kinsey Hansen will lead it off as we get ready for the 7th inning. And Hansen takes strike 1 from Dels. Couple of defensive changes. Kayla Wadle stays in the game. She's out in center field as Ashley Treeweiler moves over to left. And a swing and a miss, and the count 0-2.
Dels wasting no time, trying to get ahead, put herself into the best positions because this is the heart of this Spark lineup. This is where a lot of power lies.
First opportunity for Treeweiler. She jumps, can't make the catch. It hits off the palm of her glove, and Hansen's aboard.
That one, a nice ball struck by Hansen, hard hit. You could see Treeweiler thinking it was going to go down just a little bit. Took one step in and is an outfielder. That is so hard to be able to read those hard line drives at night. Great effort there, and then just not able, like you said, hit the palm, not able to hang on to it, but keeps it to a single.
Oh, what a play. Blampede throw to first in time. A double play by Riley Blampede, and New York is 1 out away from the win.
Talk about effort, talk about all out. You see that great hit, great effort last at bat. Then you get another rip. Blampede able to hang on to it. But how about this stretch here from McKenna Smith as well? Able to hang on by her tippy toe. Quick double play here.
Sydney Sherrill, the last hope for Oklahoma City. 0 for 3 on the day. And in the hole, diving stop by Hauk. She knocks it down, and that'll be a single for Sherrill. Hauk has been as good as advertised. I know that that's a hit, but you have to appreciate the effort.
Oh, you have to. I mean, just laying out, giving all-out effort. Love to see her range. She has really been on it all game long.
And so that brings up Haley Lee. 1 for 3 on the day. And Lee hits it on the ground to short. This should do it. Hauk takes it to the bag, and the ball game is over. The New York Rise knock off Oklahoma City 10-6 as they go deep 3 times. And Megan Hauk, the hero tonight, drives in 4, hits her first career home run with New York. Lauren Lucas also goes deep for a 3-run shot. McKenna Smith, a couple of doubles and 2 RBIs, and Shanice Dels shuts the door as New York gets a much-needed victory.
This is exactly the adjustment, the callback, the rise to the occasion that the New York Rise needed. Love to see that response. This series now tied up, not over yet. There's still a lot of work to be done, but they're making great progress.
Rubber match will be tomorrow. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll speak to our player of the game on the All Women's Sports Network.
Baker Air is a veteran and family-owned heating and air conditioning company from Long Island with more than 3 generations of HVAC experience. We value our customers and take great pride in our work. We strive to make Baker Air's goal to remain fair, honest, loyal, and reliable. Our customers are the ones who keep our small business thriving. Request an estimate today at bakerair.com. At Just Bats, our business strategy is simple. Get the perfect bat for you on time, every time, exactly as you promised. We not only provide you with the baseball bats and softball bats, but we also provide you with a winning experience and a promise like nobody else. Free shipping both ways, expert customer service, same-day shipping up until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, on time, every time, exactly as promised at Just Bats. Conveniently located in Rockville Center, Frank's Steaks is a refined but casual, authentic New York steakhouse on Long Island. Since it opened 40 years ago, Frank's Steaks has been committed to serving high-quality prime cuts of beef in a timeless New York atmosphere with a friendly, attentive waitstaff. It's this obsessive dedication to our craft that has led Frank's Steaks to becoming the local destination for special dinners and celebrations.
Welcome back to Bill Edwards Stadium. It's a 10-6 victory for the New York Rise over the Oklahoma City Spark. And we are joined by our player of the game, Megan Hauk, making her New York Rise debut. Could you have scripted a better first start with New York? Could you have scripted a better start than what you've had?
That was probably the best I could have dreamed of happening for it, so...
Tell us a little bit about the journey. I was talking to Michaela Transu earlier. She said that you guys had known each other. You had reached out saying for your availability, and you were just trying to stay ready coming into the season. So take me through that process and the journey to get here.
Yeah, so I played against Michaela in my senior year while she was at Binghamton, and when our season ended, I was contacting her and Jeff on kind of being like I'm not ready to be done. Like, if you need a sub player, you need a guest player, you need a practice player, like, I'll do anything you want. And they kind of told me, if something comes up, like, we'll give you a call. And I got a call like 2 weeks ago, and now I'm here. So it's kind of how it turned out. I was practicing at home, keep lifting, staying strong just in case, kind of hoping that this came, and, you know, it did. So that was really awesome.
The transition from all that work, preparation, not knowing, all right, am I going to get the call, to being here tonight. What has tonight felt like for you?
This has been like everything I could have like literally dreamed of. Like, it sounds so silly, but like being on the field with some of these people, I watched them play on the TV. Like, that was like the dream. So sharing a field and playing with them and then performing was just literally everything I could have dreamed of.
Now, I know you're still in the clouds, but I want to ask you about your couple of plate appearances. First plate appearance, you had come up with a couple of runners in scoring position. Take me through that, and then what was your approach on the home run?
So the first at bat, I was just going in trying to have fun. I wasn't necessarily sure what was going to happen, but I was just trying to do something, put the ball in play, and keeping it simple, and that's what I did in the first at bat. And then the second one, I was just ready to go. So I was like, I am keeping my hands high, and whatever happens, happens, and it went out. So
hey, hands high. That always works, right? Hands high.
You're coming in a stretch run, and I'm kind of curious how long you kept tabs with the team throughout the season and what the experience has been like since you've been here and you got the call a couple of days ago.
I was following them mostly on social media, but that's just been about it. And it's actually funny, I was literally playing a slow pitch game when Jeff called me. So I was at the slow pitch field, and he was like, we might need you. And I was like, I'm available whenever you want. So I hit the cages, got ready, and came to practice Saturday night, and we practiced on Sunday, practiced the other day, and today was the first game for me. So
it looks like you came ready to play. I mean, tonight was phenomenal, not just offensively, but defensively as well. Made a couple of really great snags. I think of the one back in the first, the full-out extension. I mean, you came and you were prepared, so it's been really fun to watch you.
Yes, thank you.
Let you go celebrate with your team, but Megan Hauk, welcome to New York, and congratulations on the victory.
Thank you so much.
That's Megan Hauk. Let's stay right here, and we'll wrap it up as well. For my partner, Nicole Mendez, and our entire crew, this is John Perez saying so long from Bill Edwards Stadium. This has been a presentation of Fast Pitch United Softball on the All Women's Sports Network.